Most people think building a business that makes $5,000 a month requires a team, a big budget, or years of grinding. They're wrong. What it actually requires is one automation platform, the right workflow architecture, and about a weekend of your time. I'm going to show you exactly how to build it. Welcome back to Venture Void. If you're new here, this channel exists for one reason: to give solo founders and small business owners the actual systems, tools, and strategies that create leverage. Not theory, not motivation, leverage. Today we're going deep on Make.com, formerly Integromat, and specifically how to use it to build a service business that runs largely without you and generates $5,000 a month in recurring revenue. Let's get into it. Here's the problem. Most people building online service businesses hit within the first 60 days. They land a few clients, they start doing the work manually, pulling data, writing reports, sending follow-ups, posting content, and suddenly they've created a job for themselves that pays less than minimum wage when you break down the hours. A social media management client paying $500 a month sounds good until you're spending 20 hours on their account. That's $25 an hour before taxes. You didn't build a business, you built a trap. The only way out is to systemize the delivery of the service so aggressively that your time investment per client drops to under 2 hours a month. That's the goal, and Make.com is how you get there. Make.com is a visual automation platform. Think of it like Zapier, but significantly more powerful, with a logic layer that actually lets you build conditional workflows, data transformations, and multi-step sequences that would require a developer to replicate in code. The free plan gives you 1,000 operations per month. The core plan is $10.60 a month and gives you 10,000 operations. For most early-stage automated businesses, you'll stay on core for a long time. The pricing model is operations-based, meaning each action inside a scenario, a fetch, a filter, a send, counts as one operation. A complex workflow might use 15 operations per run. Run it daily for 30 days, that's 450 operations, well within the core plan. Now let's talk about what you're actually selling. The business model that works best with Make.com for a solo operator is automated deliverables as a service. Specifically, there are 3 niches that convert well and deliver well with automation. The first is automated SEO reporting and recommendations for local businesses. The second is automated social content pipelines for service businesses like law firms, dental offices, real estate agents. The third is lead generation and CRM automation for B2B companies. All 3 can be productized, priced at $500 to $1,500 per month per client, and delivered almost entirely through Make workflows. You need 4 to 10 clients depending on your pricing to hit $5,000 a month. Let's walk through a concrete build, the automated content pipeline service, because it's the fastest to set up and easiest to sell. A client pays you $800 a month. In exchange, they get 30 pieces of content per month, 10 for LinkedIn, 10 for Instagram captions, 10 for their email newsletter, all drafted, scheduled, and sent without either of you touching it after the initial setup. Here's exactly how you build it in Make. You start with a Google Sheet as the data source. This sheet has 3 columns: topic, target audience, and tone. You or the client fills in a handful of topics once a month. That's their total involvement. Step 1 in your Make scenario: a scheduled trigger fires every 3 days. It reads the next unused row from the Google Sheet. Step 2, it sends that topic, audience, and tone to OpenAI's API using a GPT-4 prompt you've engineered to generate platform-specific content. Your prompt instructs it to write a LinkedIn post under 200 words with a hook and a call to action, an Instagram caption with 5 hashtags, and an email newsletter intro paragraph. Step 3, Make takes those 3 outputs, formats them, and writes them into a second Google Sheet, the content calendar, timestamped and labeled by platform. Step 4, Make pushes the LinkedIn post to Buffer or directly to LinkedIn using their API, scheduled for the next optimal posting slot. Step 5, the Instagram caption goes into a Notion database your client can review before it auto-posts via the Instagram Graph API. Step 6, the email content drops into a MailChimp draft, auto-formatted in a template you've built once. The entire workflow runs in under 90 seconds per execution. Setup time for a new client is roughly 3 hours once you've built the template scenario and can clone it. After that, your monthly time per client is about 45 minutes, reviewing the content sheet, making any tweaks the client requests, and handling edge cases. $800 a month divided by 45 minutes of your time is well over $1,000 an hour in effective hourly rate. That's the leverage Make creates. Now let's talk about what this model actually replaces when you're selling it to clients, because this is your sales pitch. A small law firm wanting consistent LinkedIn and email content would typically pay a freelance content strategist $1,200 to $2,000 a month, or they'd hire a junior marketing coordinator at $35,000 a year. That's around $2,900 a month fully loaded. They're getting inconsistent results, human error, missed deadlines, sick days. You walk in and offer 30 pieces of consistently branded, strategically targeted content for $800 a month with guaranteed monthly delivery and a content calendar they can review anytime in their Notion board. You're not just cheaper, you're more reliable. That's why this sells. Here's the catch, and I'm going to be straight with you because this channel doesn't sugarcoat. Make.com is powerful, but it breaks. APIs change, rate limits get hit, Google Sheets formatting goes sideways. OpenAI occasionally returns a malformed response that crashes your scenario. If you build this and don't build error handling into every workflow, you will have clients whose content stops going out and you won't know until they email you angry. Make has a built-in error handler module. Use it on every single route. Set up an error notification that fires a Slack message or sends you an email the moment any scenario fails. Build a rollback logic that requeues the failed operation for the next run. Test every scenario with intentionally bad data before you put a paying client on it. Also understand that Make's native integrations cover about 1,000 apps, but some platforms you want, particularly newer social networks or niche CRMs, will require you to use their API directly via Make's HTTP module, which means reading documentation and handling authentication yourself. It's not hard, but it's also not plug and play. Budget 2 to 4 hours of troubleshooting for any custom API connection the first time you build it. On the sales side, your path to $5,000 a month looks like this. Month 1, build your core. Make template scenario, create a sample output portfolio using 3 fake businesses to demonstrate the product, and contact 30 local service businesses via LinkedIn or cold email. Offer the first client a 60-day pilot at $400 so you have a live case study. Month 2, use that client's results as social proof, raise your rate to $800, close 3 more clients. You're at $3,200. Month 3, add 1 higher ticket client at $1,500 for a more complex workflow, including lead gene automation or CRM integration, and close 1 more standard client. You're at $5,300 a month with 6 clients and roughly 6 hours of monthly maintenance across all of them. That's the trajectory. It's not passive in the Instagram sense of the word, but 6 hours of work for $5,000 a month is a business most people would take in a heartbeat. The real unlock here is that Make.com lets one person operate at the output level of a small agency. You're delivering 30 pieces of content per client per month. You could not do that manually across 6 clients without burning out within 90 days. The automation is what makes the math work. It's what makes the business sustainable, and it's what gives you room to keep adding clients without adding proportional hours. If you want to build something real, not a side hustle, not a gig, a system that generates revenue while you're doing other things, this is one of the most accessible paths available right now with the tools that exist today. The window where this is still an edge won't stay open forever. More people are figuring this out every month. Move first, move smart. If this gave you something concrete, subscribe to Venture Void. We publish weekly on systems, tools, and strategies built for founders who want leverage, not just hustle. Drop a comment with the niche you're thinking about targeting, and I'll tell you whether the automation math works for it. See you in the next one.